Students, till now we have studied the properties of materials like electrical properties and then thermal properties. Then we studied about the magnetic properties, dielectric properties. Now this is very rare property of the metals, which is known as the superconductivity, right? And this is the property which is exhibited by the materials at low temperatures only. Okay, so when the temperature is lowered down drastically, there is drastical change in the properties of the metals, right? The normal room temperature is you know that what is normal room temperature? This is 300 degree 300 Kelvin. Okay. So when you lower down the temperature maybe up to 0 Kelvin, which is also known as the absolute zero temperature, then at this temperature there is sudden change in some of the properties of the materials. Though there is a range of temperature between this to this, between 0 Kelvin to 300 Kelvin, which is actually very interesting. And in that particular range, the properties such as the resistivity of the metals is drastically changes, right? So you might be knowing the boiling points of certain liquids. For example, in case of mercury, in case of liquid helium, the boiling point is 4.2 Kelvin and it boils at a reduced pressure. It boils at 1 Kelvin. So the interesting range of temperature where the properties of metals drastically changes is it starts from 20 Kelvin. So 20 Kelvin to 0 Kelvin, if you look at this temperature range and if you study the material properties, you will find a drastic change in the resistivity of the metals. So there was one scientist in 1911 named Kamerlingh Onnes. He first liquefied helium and then he decided to investigate how the resistivity varied in the newly available range of this low temperature which starts from 0 to 20 Kelvin. He also measured the resistivity of pure mercury and this was observed that at very low temperature the resistivity becomes very small and if you go to the data the resistivity fell sharply from 0.08 ohm at about 4.2 Kelvin to this drops to 3 into 10 raised to power minus 6 ohm over a temperature interval of 0.01 Kelvin. And below this temperature, mercury shows no resistivity. So the resistivity becomes 0. So this was also represented graphically like this.
मैम प्रीवियस स्लाइड दिखा दो.
Yeah.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, so for mercury, if you take the resistivity, which is in ohm per centimeter along y-axis, and temperature T in Kelvin along x-axis, then you'll observe that if you cool down the temperature for this metal, so the behavior followed will be just like this. So this is zero resistivity, and then 0.005, let's say. Let's say this is 0.010, 0010. This triple. Similarly, this one 0.0015, and let's say this one is 0.0020. Okay, so for mercury, if this is the resistivity at normal temperature, then suddenly at 4.20 Kelvin, the resistivity drops to a zero, or you can say very less resistivity, which is of the order of 10 raised to power minus 6 ohm per centimeter. So this is known as the superconducting state of mercury. This is known as the superconducting state of mercury. So how can you define superconductivity? The phenomena the phenomenon in which the electrical resistivity of many metals and alloys drops suddenly to zero when the specimen means it may be metal or it may be alloy, when the specimen is cooled to a sufficiently low temperature. Is called superconductivity. Okay, so the phenomena in which the electrical resistivity of many metals and alloys drops suddenly to zero when the specimen is cooled to a sufficiently low temperature is called superconductivity. Such materials which exhibit this phenomena are known as the superconductors. The materials which exhibit superconductivity are known as the superconductors. This transition in the temperature, this takes place in a very small width, and the width is approximately of the order of 0.05 Kelvin, which is known as the transition width. This is known as the transition width. For example, you can see over here, this transition width is very small over here. So it starts from here maybe at 4.25, and then it goes down to 4.2. Okay, so this width, this width of transition from where it got started and from where it drops to 0, this transition width of this transition window of the temperature, this is known as the transition width. Okay, next one is critical or transition temperature. The temperature at which the specimen undergoes a phase transition from a state of normal resistance to a superconducting state, that is the state where the resistance disappears, is called superconducting transition temperature or critical temperature. So you can say that the temperature at which the specimen undergoes a phase transition from a state of normal resistance to a superconducting state is called critical temperature, या superconducting temperature भी बोलते हैं इसको, and it is denoted by Tc. It is denoted by Tc. ठीक है, जिस टेम्परेचर पे रेजिस्टिविटी आपकी सडनली डाउन कर जाएगी, सडनली जीरो आ जाएगी या बहुत कम वैल्यू इसके आ जाएगी, सो दैट टेम्परेचर इज नोन एज द superconducting transition temperature or critical temperature, and it is denoted by Tc. Okay, so many research has been done over the superconducting materials in past. For example, till 1973, the highest critical temperature known was 23.2 Kelvin, and this was for the material Nb3 germanium alloy. Then from this period to this period, from 1973 to 1986, the research continued on this type of materials, and the highest in this period, the highest critical temperature reported was 35 Kelvin for a mixture of materials or alloy, you can say, and the alloy was LaBaCuO, this alloy. So for this alloy, the highest critical temperature reported till that date was 35 Kelvin. But after that, lot of research, continued on this type of materials, and nowadays there are material where the critical temperature reported for those materials is around 100 Kelvin. Okay. There are certain properties of the materials. There are some factors which can actually change the superconducting properties of the materials, and the factors responsible for change of superconducting properties of materials are: number one, temperature. So obviously, for different materials, there is different critical temperature. So temperature is one of the factor. Second is magnetic field. You can change the superconducting properties by applying the magnetic field to the superconductors. Third one is stress. If you apply stress to the material, then the dimensions, volume of the material will change, and that will also change its superconducting properties. Fourth one is impurity. This is very important. So if you add some impurity to the superconducting material, that will certainly change its superconducting properties. Fifth one is atomic structure. So this is also important. Atomic structure of certain type of materials is also responsible for the superconducting nature. Then size. Sixth one. Seventh one is frequency of the excitation of applied electric field. Frequency of the excitation of applied electric field. And last one is isotope mass. So isotope mass is also responsible for the changing, superconducting properties of the materials. So all these properties we will discuss in detail in this chapter. First of all, let's see what are the properties which do not change in the superconducting transition. Means when the transition takes place from normal state to the superconducting state, then what are the properties which do not change? What are the property of the material which do not change? And what are those properties which actually change when this superconducting transitions takes place? So let's see. So this is first one, properties which do not change in superconducting transition. So first one is the structure of the material. Structure of the material. अगर आप एक्सरे डिफ्रैक्शन लो, मटेरियल का before the superconducting transition and after the superconducting transition, you will find that there is no change in the crystal lattice, and there is no change in the intensity distribution pattern of XRD, which actually shows that the structural properties do not change. ठीक है, तो एक तो ये चीज है जो सुपर कंडक्टिंग ट्रांजिशन में चेंज नहीं होती. सेकेंड वन इज there is no appreciable change in the reflectivity of the metal either in the visible or in the infrared region. अगर आप इसका रिफ्लेक्टिविटी पैटर्न देखोगे तो अगर बिफोर ट्रांजिशन मान लो अगर 30% रिफ्लेक्शन है तो आफ्टर ट्रांजिशन भी 30% रिफ्लेक्शन ही रहेगा. सो देयर इज नो चेंज इन द रिफ्लेक्टिविटी. No change in the reflectivity. What does that mean? Optical properties remains unchanged. Then third one is the elastic properties and thermal expansion do not change in the transition. Elastic properties and thermal expansion do not change during the transition. Fourth one is photoelectric properties also do not change. Photoelectric properties do not change. Okay, so these are four properties which actually do not change when the transition takes place from normal state to superconducting state, right? Now let us see what are the properties which actually change while the transition happens from normal state to superconducting transition state. The properties which change in superconducting transition. Properties which change in superconducting transition. First one is magnetic properties. So magnetic properties, they undergo change in the same way as the electrical properties. जब भी मटेरियल किसी सुपरकंडक्टिंग स्टेट में होता है तो उसमें मैग्नेटिक फ्लक्स एंटर नहीं कर सकता. So that means the material in the superconducting state, the material behaves like a diamagnetic material. Second one is the specific heat changes though the change is discontinuous at the transition temperature, and there is a small change of volume at the transition in the presence of magnetic field. Third one is all thermoelectric effects disappear in the superconducting state. So all thermoelectric effects means the effects like Seebeck effect, Peltier effect, and so on. So all thermoelectric effects disappear in the superconducting state. So this is third one. And fourth one is the thermal conductivity also changes. So the fourth one is the thermal conductivity changes. So क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रिकल कंडक्टिविटी चेंज हो रही है, थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी भी सेम वे में चेंज होती है फॉर द सुपर कंडक्टिंग ट्रांजिशन. ओके. Okay, so these are the properties which actually change and which actually do not change when the superconducting transition takes place from normal state. ठीक है. क्या क्या चेंज नहीं होता है? स्ट्रक्चर चेंज नहीं होता है, रिफ्लेक्टिविटी में कोई चेंज नहीं है, इलास्टिक एंड थर्मल एक्सपेंशन में कोई चेंज नहीं है, फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक प्रॉपर्टीज में कोई चेंज नहीं है. और क्या चेंज होता है ड्यूरिंग द सुपरकंडक्टिंग ट्रांजिशन? मैग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टीज, स्पेसिफिक हीट, थर्मोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट डिसअपियर हो जाते हैं एंड थर्मल कंडक्टिविटी ऑल्सो चेंजेस. Next one is effect of external factors on superconductivity. Effect of external factors on superconductivity. So here we will see how the superconductivity of certain materials changes when they're kept inside the magnetic field, or what will happen to the flux inside the material in the superconductor inside the superconductors. Then what will happen to the current strength, what will happen if impurity is introduced, what will happen if the stress is introduced, what will happen if size is reduced, frequency, isotopic effect. So we will see the effect of all these properties, we will see the effect of all these factors on the superconductivity of the materials. So first one is magnetic field. मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. सो अगर किसी सुपर कंडक्टिंग मटेरियल को आप मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखते हो, when a magnetic field is applied parallel to the length of the superconducting wire, the resistance of the wire suddenly restored at a finite field strength. ठीक है. जब आप किसी सुपर कंडक्टर को मैग्नेटिक फील्ड के अंदर रखते हो तो क्या होता है कि इसकी जो पुरानी प्रॉपर्टीज हैं वो दोबारा से रिस्टोर हो जाती है. मतलब this will lose its superconducting properties, the superconductor will lose its conducting properties and the resistivity is restored. तो यहाँ पे सुपरकंडक्टिंग स्टेट में तो जीरो रेजिस्टिविटी थी, लेकिन जैसे ही आपने इसको मैग्नेटिक फील्ड में रखा तो उसकी रेजिस्टिविटी जो है वो फिर से रिटेन हो गई, राइट. एंड द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, द वैल्यू ऑफ H at which the resistivity is retained the value of H at which the resistivity is retained is called critical field, and it is denoted by Hc. ठीक है. अगर आप इसका एक ग्राफ प्लॉट करोगे इन बिटवीन टेम्परेचर एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड, HC and T, you will see that a parabolic kind of graph is followed. For example, this is for PB lead, ठीक है. तो जब आपका क्रिटिकल फील्ड 0 है तो आपका क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर यहाँ पे अटेन होगा. सो एट क्रिटिकल टेम्परेचर the material will have its superconducting properties, but when you apply the magnetic field and then the magnetic field is high, then the resistivity will also become high. Okay, so this is approximately at 7 Kelvin for this PV, and let's say the field is from 900 and then 600, 300 and 0. Similarly, for mercury, the behavior is just like this. For mercury, the critical temperature is around 4.2. This is 4. This is, let's say, this is 6. This is 4. So this is around 4.2. So this is for mercury. Similar behavior has been observed for other metals like tin, indium, Ti, and so on. Okay, so this is a parabolic kind of graph which is obtained, and the relation which it follows is critical field is equal to H naught 1 minus T square upon Tc square. So this is what the graph follows. This is how the critical field varies with the critical temperature. So here H naught is the critical field value at 0 Kelvin. So you can see that when Tc becomes equal to T, जब critical temperature attain हो जाएगा, तो Hc will become your H naught. Okay, so this is the field at which the properties will not be there. Superconducting properties. Okay, next one is flux exclusion. Or this is also known as the Meissner effect, very important. Meissner effect. So this has been observed by Meissner that if you keep a superconducting material inside the magnetic field, let's say H, then magnetic lines of force will not travel inside the material, rather they will pull the they will push the magnetic field lines outside, and there will be no magnetic flux inside the superconducting material. Okay, so this effect is known as the Meissner effect. Okay, so now we know that the relation between magnetic flux and the magnetization and applied magnetic field is P is equal to mu naught into H plus M. So if B is 0, because B is 0 inside the superconducting material, so this is equal to 0. That further means susceptibility, mu naught into H plus M is equal to 0, which further means H is equal to minus M. Now we know that susceptibility is equal to M upon H. So this is equal to minus 1. And the susceptibility is negative for which kind of materials? Which kind of magnetic materials? Susceptibility constant, diamagnetic materials. So what does it mean? It means that superconducting materials behave like perfect diamagnetic materials. They behaves like diamagnets. So in a superconducting materials, the two states which can define the superconductor materials are E is equal to 0, means absence of resistivity. So therefore because for a particular current density you can say that because E is equal to rho into J hota hai. So if you are applying certain amount of current, so that means J cannot be equal to 0. So if resistivity has to be 0, then it means E has to be 0. ठीक है, resistivity तभी 0 होगी जब एक कोई factor 0 होगा, है ना, तो E को 0 होना पड़ेगा. So it means that superconducting state can be defined by E is equal to 0, which means absence of resistivity. ठीक है, and the second factor which can describe the superconducting state is B is equal to 0, which is due to the Meissner effect. Okay, so this is how the flux is excluded in the superconducting material. Is it clear, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think that's all for today. Next of the properties we will be discussing tomorrow.
Okay, ma'am.